is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Halfback Dynasty episode. It's holiday season. My name is Brendan. We are joined today with our co-host, Tyler. Tyler, how the heck you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling warm from here with that poll, man. How you feeling, champ? All year.
Listen. When you win 3 freaking Dynasty League rings all in 1 year, you pull Henny like it's nothing. We're sipping straight out of the bottle. I've also got some beer next to me. We're mixing it up. We're really going for the whole drinking experience to celebrate. Tyler, I am thrilled to be here. I am thrilled to be crowned the champion in 3 separate leagues. Thank you for addressing me as champ. I really appreciate that.
You'll get that all year. Maybe you should have bought the Crown Royal. You know, you talk about crowning. You could have bought the Crown Royal. Maybe go out to the local store there in Chicago. Get yourself some Crown now. I want a text knowing you're feeling just awful in the morning at work, man. I want you to bring it in right. You know, I don't want you feeling good. I want you struggling through that day.
Good, because as if I'm not going to struggle through the following day drinking tomorrow night on New Year's Eve. So nothing like a back-to-back day of feeling like complete Schmidt, you know?
No, just complete garbage. But hey, it's that time of year. It's short weeks for 2 weeks in a row, man.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. If I end up in the hospital from drinking, hey, at least I've won 3 fantasy football leagues this year, 3 fantasy football championships. I'm slurring my words. I'm so excited right now, Tyler. But, you know, I got to say, man, it's been a heck of a year. 2020 has been a roller coaster. Fantasy football is always a roller coaster. I'm not going to lie. Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of nail-biting games, weeks, days, nights, however you want to put it. So I am thrilled that the season has ended for fantasy football because now I can relax, bask in my winnings, go buy a pallet of Hennessy. Don't know how much you'll get with it, but I'm assuming hundreds of bottles. But, you know, it's time for the offseason. And I know we were kind of fooling around pre-show, so there's no reason to talk about our episode tonight in terms of what we wanted to originally talk about, rookie wide receivers. Let's hold that sucker off to another recording session. Let's do it next week because I like the raw audio we got and some raw footage. So I think it's a great holiday special to upload. What do you think on that?
I love it, man. As your boy, I'm concerned about my boy Brendan. And don't be buying a pallet of Hennessy, my man. That's got disaster written all over it, you know?
My only response to that is chugging the bottle of Hennessy, taking it direct to the gullet. So
you got it, man. I want you to hit it hard tonight. Like I said, I get up at 6 a.m. my time to work out. I'm going to hit you up immediately. I know that's 7 o'clock your time, but I'm going to be hitting the weights and you're going to be maybe hitting that porcelain god. You know, I don't know. We'll see how the night goes, but I'm going to hit you up.
Hey, I'm gonna be hitting that early Baileys and coffees, that Irish liqueur mixed into my coffee. So we all know the only way to kick a hangover is to continue your drinking. So that's pretty cool, man. But
your employer might not want to hear that, man.
Yeah. Hopefully my bosses don't watch this. I might get fired and Chicago loses its #1 pen salesman. I mean, what a disaster that would be for the community.
It'd be tough, man. It'd be tough. I've watched the work videos. You know, you got some fans for sure.
Good. Well, hey, I'm excited, man. Tyler, let's roll through the little holiday special that we had planned. Well, I guess not planned, and we'll move our planned segment to next week. And to all the viewers, happy holidays, happy New Year's. Tyler's looking freaking spiffy in that jacket, fresh cut, fresh blazer. I'm trying to be what we decided my Johnny Cage look, my super classy champion look. So let's just roll in through the holiday special and we'll catch y'all later, all right?
I got one thing to say real quick, Brendan. Just a little preview into the rookie wide receivers moving forward. Do you think Jerry Jeudy will have more drops coming out of next week or you will have dynasty titles? That's the question.
I think it's pretty clear that that's a tough one to distinguish because Jerry Jeudy was a big letdown. So I'm gonna go with even though I will win probably 5 to 6 dynasty leagues next year, Jerry Jeudy's probably gonna have like 15 to 20 drops. So it sucks because I can't calculate that because I'm not in enough leagues to where Jerry Jeudy would have in terms of drops. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but we're going for 6. We're doubling up. So.
Brendan, outside of our big league together, man, I'll be pulling for you next year, but my man, it's going to be a harsh reality next year. The 3 title, you don't want to get used to that, buddy.
Hey, I'm for sure peaking right now. This is my fantasy football peak, so it only goes downhill from here, unfortunately.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Good, good. All right, folks, here it is. Holiday special. We'll catch y'all later. Peace. Woohoo! Tyler
Champ,
looking saucy over there. What's up?
what's up, champ?
Dang, I had to bring out that class. 3-time champ in 1 year, baby.
I'd say there's a lot of class to go around after winning 3 titles, man.
Listen, nobody can touch this right here, bro. Nobody can touch this right here. I love
You
the
look,
blazer, though, dude. My goodness.
you're looking like Hollywood, man. You got the backdrop going. That's phenomenal, man.
Hey, I had to do it big this time around. I'm even rocking that champion chain, baby.
You already spend that money or what?
Of course, dude. This is a 124 karat gold chain. It's worth more than I have. I had to take out a loan. Fantasy
like
football
it,
winnings couldn't pay for that, man.
I like it, man.
Awesome. Awesome, dude. How the heck you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you? Well, I know how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty freaking good, man. I'm still basking in the dubs. So it was pretty
I bet,
crazy.
man.
It's pretty crazy. I had a feeling I was going to win the DLF league because the projections were just skewed so heavily into my favor.
Sure.
I had I guess a fair shot at winning in my hometown big league, but it was your league that I was really worried about because
Sure,
things
man.
started off so slow, man. So slow.
Yeah, you guys were really, really close, and then Watson had a big fourth quarter, and I felt like that kind of changed it all, you know?
Agreed. Yeah, right there too. At that time, Deontay Johnson scored a touchdown. I think like a 30-yarder. So that's kind of what did it.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm like I said, I'm pumped for you. That's wild, man. That's pretty
Good,
nuts.
good, good. Thank you for dressing up for me. I know this is a big day, reigning in the champ. So
You know it. You know it, man.
cool, cool. So yeah, great week. Obviously, I know we'll get you paid out once we get League Safe working. It's kind of
Well,
new to us.
yep. I understand.
So yeah, we'll make sure we get you paid out. I really appreciate how quickly you guys paid out. My goodness, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, everybody pays in cash, so I've got it on hand. I don't like to make you guys wait, so no worries,
Good,
man. I
good,
figured there
good.
was no stat correction that was going to change that game, so I'd pay you guys out that night, you know?
Yeah, like a 30-point stat correction.
Not happening. If it was like 5 point game or something, you know?
Sure, sure. I definitely feel that. Hey, your
Absolutely,
video
man.
went out for a second.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I got a celebratory brew that I'm
I
about to
figured
drink.
you would, man. I figured you
Mmm,
would. Uh, there we go. I had
delicious.
no idea why that went out.
So, yeah, learning through the group chat. So the 10th year anniversary of your big league is going to be a draft in Vegas, huh?
That's the plan.
Dang. So what year was this? Are we going into 9 or are we going into 8?
I think you're the 7th winner, so we'll have 8 this year, 9, and then 10 will be a couple years out. So
Okay. Okay.
hopefully by then, there's some semblance of a world. So
Yeah, hopefully I've matured quite a bit then. Otherwise, you guys might not want to be seen with me.
I expect you to wear what you're wearing right now the entire time in Vegas.
Well, the good news is I should win about 6 more leagues by then, so I should rack up another couple thou.
Shit, you're going to win 3 or 4 a year, right, as far as I'm concerned. And obviously by then things could change, but you're more than welcome to obviously bring your girlfriend or wife by then. But
Hopefully wife by then. Yeah,
there's a couple
absolutely.
guys in the league that very explicitly said they will not be bringing their families. So a little time away, you know?
Well, it's kind of funny because actually this upcoming spring, we're supposed to go to Vegas for her cousin's wedding.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't really know how that's gonna happen because it seems like the vaccine has been slow. The distribution's been
Absolutely, man.
slow, man. Seems like
Well,
only
there's that.
2 million people the first week I heard, and
Yeah,
then
man.
I think like many years ago the smallpox vaccine or whatever it was, they had vaccinated like a shit ton more of people than they have now within this time. So I don't know what the heck's going on, man. I have no faith that spring will be ready. It's gonna, I think
No.
like midsummer now. I pushed my projections of things calming down from the spring to midsummer, like July.
Yeah, I think that's about what I'm shooting for, hoping for. A lot of the normal people like you and I don't think will get vaccinations much before summer. So,
I think I
um,
just jumped the list with my resume that I just added 3 fantasy football dynasty championships to it, 3 Super
hey
Bowl
man, that's essential to me. So I'd put you up around the top for sure.
wins.
Well above nurses and doctors, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. Some might say I'm more important. I don't know.
I would.
Cool, cool. All right, hey, great thoughts on the continuation of this episode. You're right. It didn't really make much sense to jump in and then jump back to this topic. So I'm all on board with continuing on talking about rookie wide receivers. I think that's going to be a great topic for tonight. I updated the stats too on my end. I know you did yourself
Okay,
because we had
cool.
1 or 2 more weeks to add in. So basically, I have all the stats. I want to let you take the lead though because you're the stat man.
Sounds good, man. Well, I figured if we got to do another episode next week before taking a break just to get through wide receivers, we should. I think tonight, man, let's just have some fun in the intro. Let's talk about your huge wins. Let's talk about the end of the season, Christmas, holiday, whatever,
Yeah,
man. I think we just take it easy, have some fun tonight, and whoever we get through, and whoever we don't, we'll do next week.
sure, sure. I'm cool with that. No reason to rush it. So I'm all
Yeah.
on board. Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually started recording before you got in. So we got that swag recorded, baby.
Dang. So this is
Yeah.
all live, huh?
This is all live. This is all live, my man.
Man, good thing I kept it family friendly, even with us just chatting right now. I wasn't dropping F-bombs left and right.
Yeah, I'm glad there's no hostility towards me and winning a couple leagues you're in, man. I'm glad.
Nothing but love, Brendan. You know that. Champ.
Good,
I'm
good,
going to
good.
call you that all off season. Every time you and I text, it's champ. No.
Champ. Hey, I like it, man. I like it. I
Yeah.
mean, I like to call myself that every day when I wake up. Before I lace my J's up, I wake up and say, "Oh, champ, another day, another dollar."
Well, you earned it this time, man. The most I've ever won in a year was 2, which was
That-
super epic. So 3
yeah,
is just, that's
dude,
something else.
one is epic. I mean,
Yeah,
winning one league
honestly.
is pretty tough. You have so much has to go your way. So
Honestly,
much.
man, it's incredibly tough to win a championship. Though I won our inaugural year, so like we said, that was 7.
Hmm.
Figured by now I definitely have another one. I haven't even had a championship berth since then,
Wow.
so
Wow.
it's tough,
Well,
man.
listen. What I'm going to do to the team is I'm gonna sell Christian McCaffrey. Just pre-game or pre-show talk. I'm really gonna look to sell McCaffrey. I was having a conversation with somebody on DLF. I don't know if you saw the chain. I started a new thread in general discussion saying, selling studs. Which studs are you looking to sell? And I
Sure.
know it's very unorthodox to say Christian McCaffrey right now, but I'm gonna give you my reasoning. Assuming you didn't read the thread yet, maybe you did, but here's my thoughts behind Christian McCaffrey. I own him in 2 leagues. I won one of them without him. The other one I lost in the championship. But Christian McCaffrey obviously had an injury that kept him out for quite some time. Now, granted, that's mixed in to the Panthers, or with the Panthers being so bad, and the fact that they don't want to risk an injury to him that's severe, ACL, Achilles tear, whatever it is. So it was pretty clear they weren't going to play him the last couple weeks. So I kind of knew that going in. And I think he's healthy right now. But the thing is, Christian McCaffrey has shown that he is the focal point of the offense. If he is out, if he is down, they will not thrive regardless. They Panthers suck. Their offense sucks, in my opinion, and they have weapons. Teddy Bridgewater is not a high enough caliber quarterback to feed those receivers who are actually pretty talented, in my opinion.
Sure.
So
Sure.
So I personally think the reason why this is the time to sell McCaffrey is because people are going to buy him at that price, believing that he is going to replicate his 2019 season from last year. Like 2,000 all-purpose yards, X amount of touchdowns. I think people are still willing to buy at that price, maybe a slight discount. I still think that price that people will buy now is going to be bigger than the price that they will buy next year, because I think A, he'll either get hurt again, or B, they are going to severely take away his touches. There's no way he's going to touch the ball 400 or 500 times, because it just goes to show that they cannot run an offense without him. So that was my thoughts
Sure.
behind it. It's like the exact opposite. Like, people are like, oh, people are going to buy low on Christian McCaffrey. You can't buy low on Christian McCaffrey unless buying low is like 3 firsts instead of 4 firsts. I mean, there's no such thing
Yeah.
as buying low on arguably the best running back in the fantasy football world. So I don't know, man. I'm going to really try to pursue selling him. So I don't know if people in this league will buy him. I don't know if people go for running backs that expensive. I don't even know if people have enough assets to buy him. So I don't know. But what do you think on that? Is that a good outside the box mindset, or am I just tripping and I should hold him?
No, man, I say it all the time on DLF that you do. It comes down to price, Like, there are guys that I don't believe anybody's untouchable. I think that's never a good way to look at your fantasy team. But I mean, there's guys that, yeah, it takes a haul. And if you get a fantastic offer for Christian McCaffrey that helps you, in 3 different spots, or you come out with 3 starters versus him, then yeah, absolutely, anybody's sellable. I'm interested to see how the league goes. There's a lot of people talking a lot of game right now. A lot of people
Mhm.
putting some heavy hitters on the block. I'm sure you saw Kareem Hunt got put on the block.
Yeah,
People are
I wanted to offer my 112 for him because I think that's a pretty
sure.
dang good deal. So
Yeah, man. People are looking to move. It's kind of interesting. I'm kind of glad nobody took me up on any trade chats as the playoffs were still going on, because I was, so devastated coming out of my first round loss that I was pretty much ready to sell anybody, and kind of coming out after a couple weeks and obviously seeing what Kamara did on Christmas Day.
killed it.
I don't think I think the only guys I won't move currently would be all my rookie wideouts, just because I want to see how they develop. Obviously, I'm not moving Mahomes, but I think I'm going to keep Kamara, and I think I'm going to hold Aaron Jones and gamble that he lands somewhere where Aaron Jones is so talented. He just, for some reason, isn't your quote unquote workhorse, which maybe he signed somewhere and is.
Mhm.
And Calvin Ridley not going anywhere, obviously.
I think Calvin Ridley has shown he can't make the next step, the next jump. I think he proved that this year. And, I know you like him a lot, and he is on his way to becoming a stud per se, but I think he's capped. I think he should have had a way bigger season than he did, man. He should have been able to maintain like those first 3 games, dude.
Yeah, I could see that. I think some of that was tied to Matt Ryan. I mean, Matt Ryan just did not have a good year. Obviously, your wideouts, if your quarterback's not having a good year, then they're pretty much in trouble. But
Hmm.
I'm interested to see what happens with Ridley. He's improved every year, So to me, he's a top 7 wideout in Dynasty. I know for most people he's probably not, but um, yeah, I'm very, very intrigued to see what happens this offseason more than any other in our league. I'm more intrigued to see what happens over the next couple weeks. I
Yeah, I
think
think
if
a lot
there's
of people
some,
are on tilt.
yeah, I think if there's some heavy, heavy deals going to go down, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. I
Yeah.
don't want to tip my hat to the league. You know who I'm looking at in the draft, but I just, it doesn't look good for me to climb into the mid first at this point. So,
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody would accept any of those offers. I mean, I probably would. I probably
yeah,
honestly, I think maybe I would probably accept. Actually, I think I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would accept both of those players straight
sure.
up for like a mid first round pick. Well,
Sure,
real
man.
quick, real quick. We are recording and we're live. Maybe we could talk about Christian McCaffrey. Are you interested in him, man?
I mean, you know my feelings on running backs, so I
Hmm.
would say no, just because I know a fair price. I'm not sure I'm willing to pay. I thought about it, man. I really took a hard look at my team last night and put in my starters where they would be, and it was like, man, if I plugged in McCaffrey, into my last flex spot instead of like a Godwin or a Justin Jefferson. It was like, yeah, it's pretty unreal. But I know the assets on my team, and I know who you'd be looking at to get in that deal, and I don't think I can stomach it. I'm
Yeah,
guessing Jefferson, Lamb, T. Higgins, two of those guys probably a must. It would be my
two
guess.
for
Yep.
sure, bro.
So I don't
You
think I
can't
can
even
stomach
start
that.
all those guys. You got 6 guys on your bench you'll never play.
But the important thing is, Brendan, is nobody else can either.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Well, you're
I'm
welcome for.
talking to the champ here. I got to keep your roster as low as I could possibly get it.
Yeah, well, now I'm in business mode, man. I'm in business mode. You're welcome, by the way, for basically just handing over Justin Jefferson on a silver platter. That's gonna hurt more than the DK trade. It's gonna hurt more. I'm
Yeah.
already regretting that one more because of the fact that Justin Jefferson has shown, bro, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a second. Dude, he's the real deal in my opinion. If
He's a
if he
beast.
if Kirk Cousins like balls out even just what he's been doing, I guess that's enough. But if they even get a slight upgrade, my goodness, man.
Yeah, that trade obviously didn't age well, but like we talked
Mhm.
about, Galladay's been hurt, so all his zeros every week make it look worse. If he was balling out, who knows, man? It could look different. The secondary piece I'm most excited about, and that was honestly Evan Ingram. I mean,
Mhm.
he's not a stud by any means, but you can play him every week. I think he moves on from the Giants. Who knows if he lands in a good spot, that could be great. I know it's going to sound stupid, but I still have intrigue behind N'Keal Harry. I mean, when your quarterback throws for 30 yards a game, I mean, how good can you possibly be? So I don't think he's a great asset, but I think Cam Newton is he's horrendous.
Awful.
So I
He's
take
gonna be a
almost,
backup now. He's a
yeah,
backup now for sure.
I take zero away from N'Keal Harry's season this year. And I understand if you got a great offer for him in this offseason, which you probably won't, I
Mhm.
could see trading him. But I think N'Keal Harry's a decent buy low because he had a bad rookie year. He just had a horrendous sophomore year. You could probably get him for there's probably people that would move him for a
Third.
third rounder at this point. And again, how good can you be when your quarterback barely throws for 100 yards?
Yeah, Cam Newton sucked this year. And you know
Oh,
what? He didn't really seem like a fit to begin with the Patriots. It seemed
right.
like they rushed it because I don't think they liked what they saw from Jared Stidham, and they're like, "Oh crap," you know?
No, the Patriots tried to be the Patriots and prove they could do anything with nothing. Jared Stidham's not good, so I agree
Yeah.
they had to take who was out there. And we've talked about it before. It shows how good Tom Brady really is because
I think it's more on Brady than Belichick, to be honest with you.
absolutely, absolutely. But yeah,
Yeah.
going back to Cam Newton, man, I mean I tweet or sent it out in our league chat, which I'm sure you saw, but 5 passing touchdowns this season, that is like that doesn't even make sense.
That is not even
So
like high school caliber.
no.
High
Oh,
school
it's brutal.
caliber quarterback play. That's like
It's
Pee Wee
brutal, man.
football where they run the ball 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's just awful. So again, I mean, I by no means saying N'Keal Harry is a good asset, but I think he is well worth if you can grab him for a third, a late second. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have those guys, considering that who you take there is a bust anyways, unless you get Terry McLaurin type player in the third,
No
which is
doubt, man.
pretty
No
rare.
doubt.
Hey, honestly, the running back I want to pursue the most is Jonathan Taylor, but I don't think Steph will trade him, will she?
No chance.
Not even if I create a deal with Christian McCaffrey, like Jonathan Taylor plus something for Christian McCaffrey.
I doubt it, but definitely worth texting her.
Yeah, I mean, I want Christian McCaffrey to just net me a large return. And the reason why I'm more
Sure.
able to do it in this league is because it's a start one running back, and I won without him. So I'm just thinking like get a couple assets. Like, I think Jonathan Taylor, by the way, and I think you and I spoke about this quite a bit. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be a top 3 running back next year. I've moved him up. The only players I could see ahead of him is, well, Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara, depending on what the Saints do. I don't think Saquon Barkley is going to return back to normal form. I think his career is kind of like done. Like I think he's a for sure sell now. I can't
What
think of
about
any other
Henry?
running backs. What's up?
What about Derrick Henry?
I think Derrick Henry starts to decline,
Okay.
especially because I think the Titans are going to make the playoffs. I think Derrick Henry's going to have an epic playoff run again, but that's an extra like
Oh
anywhere
man.
from 1 to 4 games on him.
Sure.
That's an extra 30 carries. I mean, how many hits does the guy take? There's
A
been so
lot.
many games I've watched where he gets hit super hard. I mean, he's a big guy and he shakes it off, but those are affecting him, whether he
That's
thinks it or not, or
yeah.
he feels it.
It's big hits, man. He takes a little bit less when he stiff arms and throws guys, 50 yards. But yeah, I think that's a legitimate take, man. I think Taylor has all the assets to be a top five. I know you said Mixon in there somewhere, so that drops him down to a four. But
Yeah, that moves
yeah,
Jonathan Taylor out one.
yeah, I think, hey, man, I could see it too. He's looked really, really good the last month. They're starting to give him the ball more, which, I mean, still, that's the biggest frustrating part. Watching yours and the misses semifinal game with Taylor, it was just like, man, he just doesn't get the ball, which I
Yeah.
still don't get. But
It's just because they didn't trust him at first. I mean, he wasn't reading
yeah,
the line. He wasn't reading the gaps well. But then he started to show confidence. And
yep,
when he's showing confidence, that's when the team will give him the ball because the team starts to become confident in him. And look what he does. I mean, even Dobbins was
yep.
coming along pretty nicely at the end of the season right there. So,
He was going to be the other guy I pointed out. I think both of them get the ball a lot next year, Dobbins and
yeah.
Taylor. I think Akers is going to get the ball a lot. He's shown a lot
Dude,
down the
oh my
stretch.
goodness. All the Acres owners were probably just shitting themselves, man, because
Right.
it looked like a bust type of pick right there. And you drafted him at like the 105. Most people probably drafted him before CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, considering
Sure.
traditional leagues, people usually go RB, 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 RB. And then
Sure.
all of a sudden, he finally steps it up. They give him the ball like 28 times. So Cam Akers is going to be good. And the crazy thing is, all of these running backs, excuse me, all of these running backs are on such good organizations, on such good franchises that they
Sure.
all like, I don't know how any other running back class could play out any better. Like all of these guys went to such great landing spots except DeAndre Swift. I mean, what running back needy teams will be there next year? Miami, Houston.
I'd say Pittsburgh could be in
Pitts,
that
you
mix.
think the Steelers are gonna draft one? Pittsburgh would be the best
I do.
situation for sure.
I do. Yeah. Um,
Wow.
well, and as you mentioned, I mean, we've talked about it so much on this show that Akers is a prime example. How many people panicked and sold him after week 5? And it's you got to give your rookies time to develop. We say it till we're blue in the face, and then, like you said, a not so great landing spot. I think Swift next year is going to get the rock a ton.
He
I think
better.
they will completely change their philosophy and he will be their workhorse, which leads me circling back to a point I was going to say. What if, our boy Grizz offered you, if there was something around Swift, Ayuk, and a pick for CMC, would you be interested in that or is that not enough?
It's crazy. I actually talked to my brother today about revolving a deal around Swift.
Okay.
Um, I guess I think that's still pretty risky as the McCaffrey owner. I think Swift, I don't put him up in that like tier. He's not quite there in terms of me being comfortable with him being the running back I get in return, just because of the fact he's on the Lions. I would
Okay.
just need. I would have to know that he is capable. Basically, if I were to trade McCaffrey, I'd have to get like a high end or a low end RB1 plus, right? Like I'd have to get like a Miles Sanders or Josh Jacobs type of guy, or Dobbins. So let me rephrase this. Swift is just on the outer cusp of RBs I probably wouldn't take as the main piece in a trade. I like Brandon Ayuk a lot, but the only way that would ever get done is if he offered me like the 101 to the
Oh,
103.
wow. So you
Yeah,
would need a,
on top of that,
okay.
I like Brandon Ayuk, but dude, he's so hyped up right now. Um, he's so hyped up. He's so hyped up. I mean, he could be good, but I don't know what they're gonna do with their quarterback situation in San Fran. I mean, I don't
Sure.
think Jimmy G's the answer, and they're hosed, dude. They're stuck. Doesn't he have a big contract for like 2 more years? Didn't they
I
give him like a
think
5 year?
Yeah, and there's been a lot of whispers about New England trading back for him. I don't know the validity of that, but yeah, I don't think that offense is solved whatsoever. I don't expect. I don't have no idea. I wouldn't want Mostert. I wouldn't want Jeff Wilson. I
Mhm.
would never want Tevin Coleman, but I wouldn't want any of their running
Hey,
backs
they
heading
could
into
draft a
next year.
running back though,
Yeah,
realistically. That's another great landing
yeah.
spot.
Who knows, man? I think that whole offense could change outside of. I think Samuel and Ayuk are pretty well cemented as your 1-2, but
Ayuk stepped up, bro. He
yeah,
stepped
what
up.
happens with the QB? You still got Kittle. I mean, there's maybe not as many targets as you would think, but yeah, that's interesting. I was kind of trying to gauge a general. I know our whole league's listening, so I was trying to gauge a general price check for McCaffrey.
So I think it's close per se. Like I'm not saying it's a terrible offer, but like I stated, Swift is just on the outer cusp of not being a good enough running back as of now for me to move McCaffrey. McCaffrey probably could score the same amount as Ayuk and Swift any given
Sure,
week. You
sure.
know, he'll put
Yep.
up 25 to 30 and Ayuk will put up, especially in a half PPR, he'll put up 15, Swift will put up 12. So, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think CMC's floor in a traditional league is about 20, and that is
Yeah.
that's nothing to scoff at. So I totally understand. And then my other point about Swift, just on a general thought, is with his skill set, is he the next CMC slash Kamara? You know, very similar skill sets.
He could be. He could be.
Yeah,
The problem is though, he's on the Lions. That's the one thing holding him back, dude. Detroit freaking sucks as a franchise. If he was
yeah, there's
literally like anywhere else, I probably would have higher hopes for him.
sure, and there is talks about them moving on from Stafford. So who knows what happens at their QB position?
Mhm.
You got some 3 or 4 really intriguing quarterbacks coming out this year, maybe 5. But hey, we know that what maybe half of those guys are going to pan out, and I don't know. Remember the class of Rosen, Darnold? I mean, that class was supposed to be phenomenal.
Baker, Lamar, Rosen,
Yeah,
Darnold, Josh Allen. I think all five of those guys were in the same draft.
and some of them panned out pretty well, and Mayfield's a little bit of an unknown still, but he's
Those
come on
darn
well
Hulu
down the stretch.
commercials, man. He
Yeah,
got cursed. He cursed himself.
absolutely, man. Off subject, Brendan, but you look like a movie star or like a Street Fighter character, like something, man. It's the backdrop. I don't. You like Johnny Cash? Is well, not Johnny Cash. Who's the Mortal Kombat guy? Johnny Cage. That's who
Johnny,
I'm
yeah,
thinking of.
Johnny Cage.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Johnny Cash is an old time musician, bro.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking Cage. That's all I can see when I'm looking at
Johnny
you here.
Cage is like an A-list celebrity, bro. I'm pretty sure he was like a kung fu master.
Absolutely, man. And what do you
Yeah,
got in the background here? Is that Chicago, I take it?
that's Chicago. That's Chicago. Yeah,
That's from
nice
your
guy.
window, right?
What's up?
That's from your window, right? Of your penthouse?
Yeah, well, the only thing it's missing is a nice fountain view, but I guess the skyline's pretty sick. It's a nice
Nice.
corner apartment, and it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. One thing I wish that it had a little bit more of, though, was I wish my yachts were kind of in the same direction as the skyline, but it's a little bit off to the side. You can't see it.
Okay. And I take it you got all the yachts cleaned after winning all those leagues, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Honestly, I just feel that one man can never have too many yachts. So guess how many yachts I have, Tyler? Just take a
I'm
guess.
gonna, I'm gonna say 0.
No, I've got 1,647, bro.
That's
A
a
lot.
very specific number.
1,647 yachts.
That's a very specific number.
Hey, man, listen. What the people don't know about me is I like to party. If that wasn't a given, then they don't know me. See, I literally put all my yachts out on Lake Michigan just so I could boat hop on the
Oh,
party,
gotcha.
bro.
Gotcha. So getting back to the reality of the situation here, Brendan. I know everybody in our big leagues dying to know. So how much cash did you win throughout your winnings of the 3 leagues?
Uh, First I gotta ask, are you with the FBI?
I've been watching a lot of Ozark, man. No, definitely not.
All right, good, good. My total take home this year was $2,550 from fantasy football.
That's a good Christmas right there. And if you don't mind me asking, what are you gonna do with it, man? I'm dying to know. You gonna buy some Hennessy? You gonna invest? You gonna buy something for the lady? You
Well,
gonna
you should
hook your
know.
favorite commissioner up? You gonna
You
hook your
should
boy
know.
up?
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! Listen, I made a nice offer. I made the nice offer to the chat. The people spoke. The people spoke. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
The people want you to have your money, man.
The people want me to have my money. And the people want me to spend it on Hennessy. I actually bought another bottle this past weekend.
There you go.
I figured, you know what? It's gonna get real crazy up in here during the game. So drinking a little bit of Henny. My girl came over and I dropped like $400 on booze because I was making peppermint teenies. I was making hot white
Man.
Russians. I was making Santa hat Jello shots. Bro, I was doing all sorts of crazy stuff this weekend. So I dropped a lot of money. I figured I was gonna at least win like $500 if I took second place amongst the four.
Sure.
But it turned out well for me. I am grateful. Honestly, I only won, as you texted me earlier, I only won because of the guys at Halfback Dynasty. That advice goes a long way. And Halfback Dynasty wins you leagues, baby. Wins you leagues.
It's important for people listening to remember that because without your boy the Gator Sens, man, I think you'd have been, I don't know, maybe a playoff team. I don't know.
I'd be
Maybe.
a scrub. I'd be a bottom feeder, a bottom dweller. I would not have any yachts. So perfect. And you know what, Tyler? I guess a big reason why I am dressing like this. I mean, one, because I can flex. That's of course a given. But also because I actually did apply, as you know, to be a contestant on Survivor. So I need to make sure I'm clean cut, looking fresh, because they're watching and they're gonna recruit me, and I'm gonna go survive on an island and take home a milli, baby. Mm.
You're looking sharp, man. I'll give it to you. Like I said, Cage is all I could see. So you're looking good, man. Last thing, kind of off topic from football. I mean, off Dynasty. I feel like we're just having a little bit of fun.
Having a
Everybody's
little fun.
relaxing.
Tyler, we're not even talking about the show yet, baby.
Yeah, everybody's relaxing after the holidays. So how'd Santa Claus treat you guys out there in Chicago?
Oh,
You
he
guys get some
skipped.
snow?
He skipped. Yeah, he skipped my house first of all because he knew I was gonna win so much cheddar from fantasy football. But
Gotcha.
we actually just got a big snowfall actually last night. I was planning to stay at the store late, at the office late, but then I started to look outside and I was like, I gotta dip now. And that big storm that was headed from, I don't know if it hit you guys or where it started, but it was coming from Iowa, coming out east. And dude, it started snowing quite a bit.
Nice,
But in terms of holidays, yeah, it was low key for us, man. We had a great holiday. My family, we chilled in the garage. We set up the heater. It was nice, man. No complaints. I mean, it was perfect. You get off a day of work, you get to watch some football on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get to be with family, whether it's only a couple family members or you're video chatting. So really no complaints. For such an unconventional year, it was one of the most memorable holidays. So it was good, man, here in Chicago. You guys all, I'm assuming, chilled, did good stuff.
Good to hear, man. Yeah, we had a good one here. Just did some family stuff on Christmas Eve. My parents have a bubble hockey machine that dates back. We got about 15 years of a family
Wow.
series going, and my mom and I have never lost a series. We keep stats, big time stuff, man. So we had that going Christmas Eve as usual. Then Christmas morning went over to my folks, did gifts, had a nice dinner. It
Yeah,
was fantastic, man. We got some snow, which was lovely.
good.
Um, it was awesome, man. No complaints. Obviously, Santa Kamara tried to help a lot of people out in the finals as well, but sadly that was not me. But yeah, man, I love the holiday season. I really do. It's just something about it. There's a lot of family time, a lot of good stuff, some fun movies. I watched Die Hard twice on Christmas Eve day. So it was awesome, man. No complaints.
Hey, did you get that sweet haircut in a gift this year?
This one here.
Hey, dude, I love it, man. Funny you mentioned Die Hard, actually. So on our Instagram live at Atlas, I wanted to go live one last time for the year, and I did holiday trivia. So I kept it around the holidays and kind of like what my family likes. And the first question I asked, because I asked the questions live on screen, and the people submit their answers in the chat.
Oh, okay.
And so it's pretty cool. We give away gift cards, items, whatever it is.
That's fun, man.
And the first question was, what is Mr. Atlas, my dad's favorite holiday movie of all time? And it was Die Hard. And of course, the
Love
first
it.
person who put the chat said Die Hard, and they won. I was like, dang, these people know. These people know what's up.
Everybody knows, man. We actually have this board at work, and the question was for everybody, what is your favorite holiday movie? And I put Die Hard and got ridiculed for it because they said it's not a Christmas movie. But you need to tell your dad tomorrow at work, Brendan. Not only is that my favorite holiday movie, it's the best movie ever.
It's the best movie ever.
No question.
Wow.
No
No
question.
doubt. Yeah,
No
unanimous.
doubt.
Wow. I'll let him know, dude. He's gonna be thrilled. He's
My
gonna be
three
thrilled.
favorite movies ever: Die Hard, Beetlejuice, Hocus Pocus, baby.
Hocus Pocus made the cut.
You know it, man. A hardcore 80s horror fan like myself, and one of my favorite horror flicks ever. Beetlejuice
Nice.
and Hocus Pocus, man.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is funky, man. Beetlejuice is funky.
So good.
Good, good. I'll let him know. I'll let him know tomorrow, so he'll be
Please
thrilled.
do.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, Tyler, I'm learning a little bit more about you every day, so this is cool stuff. I think what's going on now, hey, I'm gonna cut the video, and now we got a nice raw recording. We'll see when the listeners are lucky to get it. I don't know when I'm gonna post it. Maybe I'll post it as a New Year special. I don't know. But let's head out. Let's join another call. And let's get down to talking about some rookie receivers, man.
Let's do it, man. You're the champ. You lead the way.